my beautiful star souls. You are in the portal with Aurakol. Welcome to my space. We are about to dive into a past life. I am so proud of collectives out there who are diving into tarot and oracle cards and so forth. But ain't no use in doing none of that unless you can tie in that energy with your past lives, as we have reincarnated over and over and over and over again. And I'm only talking to the heavy hitters out there. I am only referring to those who my readings are designed for, and that is for those who are ancient, who are chosen, who are healers, and who are star seeds. So we would like for you to go into higher dimensions on higher timelines, but you will recycle the same energy if you do not identify the characters, the players, and so forth. So that's why past life readings are super important. We're going to be using today the People, Places, and Things Past Life Healing deck. It is one that I created. I've been doing readings for over 15 years. So if you would like your own copy, okay, of the People, Places, and Things Past Life deck, click on the link in my bio. Go to the tab that says Oracle Decks, okay? So I'm going to shuffle and fast forward because we don't want this to be an hour-long video. I want to give you what you need, give you your past life situation, the recollection, and then pull an Akashic Records card to see how that theme is now in your current timeline. All right? 1 second. Be right back. Okay, so it's really real in here. So far, what we have is this is a situation that is definitely between whoever's watching and whoever this is for, and a twin flame. Okay? We haven't gotten to the nitty gritty with the twin flame, but before I went too further, I said, you know what, let's unpause it and get some deets. You guys have reincarnated in the physical together in the 1600s, World War I, in the 1500s, and the Civil War, which is crazy. And listen, we also got a traitor out here. So best believe that, contrary to belief, your twin can, you see that up there? Your twin can act like a fool. Okay, they might even be acting like a fool this lifeline. It's possible. Remember, unions with your twins are something that happens so far later in ascension. I think we're getting it confused. Okay, but that's another story. So also within this lifeline, there's a spouse. The spouse is not the same as your twin in this lifeline. There was family warfare. So your spouse was working with your family. Okay, what else is new? There was a bribe offered. They all planned this around you without you knowing it. And they falsified documents. About what? We don't know yet. So I just wanted to pause here. Next, we have no childhood, grew up too fast. Now, the way my deck works is it'll show you what it's for with whatever direction it comes out. Okay, so there are no reverses. The reverses are something. And then you were used as a scapegoat. So in this lifeline and that lifeline, you had to grow up too fast. It was not like a hunky-dory childhood, much like a chosen one. And you were the blame for whatever the fuck was going wrong in life. Excuse my language, I cuss. Okay, so we're going to stop there because some kind of divine intervention happened. And I'm going to expound on this story because I need to know what happened with the family working together and then how your twin flame was involved in that, because your twin flame was not your spouse in this situation. Be right back. Wow. Okay. So your entire family, this whole scapegoat business, you weren't even from this family. They saved you, or quote unquote, think they saved you as a child. But when they brought you in the family, they basically treated you like a slave. Like they treated you like an outcast. And they wanted you to know that it's like a covert way of gaslighting. Like, you're in this family because we saved you. You owe us. And what's coincidental about this is this is all the family that knew about this except for you, even the grandparents. Like everybody knew that you were not a part of this family except for you. Now, I told you guys that divine intervention happened because they were falsifying all kinds of documents, bribing people, bribing your spouse, like, and from what it looks like, it was to see if you would be like they basically hired your twin to see if you would be unfaithful to your spouse. Because if you would be unfaithful to your spouse, then they could, you know, collect. It gave them reason to want to do this. Fatality. It gave them reason to want to do that, which is crazy. Okay. So you already didn't have much of a childhood. You were put into a marriage with this person based off of this family. Like, of course, back then, people, you get a dowry, you get paid for, you get status for linking up with a particular spouse. And that's why this popped out like 3 times. So your spouse was a politician. I feel like I'm talking to a feminine energy. Your spouse was a politician, and that gave your family, who were a bunch of gatherers, status. But we know how politicians, well, I can't say that, but bribes were offered and accepted. Family was against you already. It's like, why did they even, but this was the plan. Their plan was, all right, let's set her up with, this politician. And then the politician already agreed to, like, okay, well, I'm hearing she's not the most beautiful, or the most elite. And you were fine. Okay. But people be jealous. But she's not the most elite of status because of the family. But the family agreed that I can take her out after I marry her and then just marry who I really want to marry. But the divine had a whole nother plan. Look at this. The divine intervention was some kind of natural disaster. Like the day that something was supposed to go down, it didn't because of a natural disaster. Isn't that crazy? Like God stepped in and was like, first of all, you will not. Okay. So you may have even gone through a similar experience, this lifeline, where by the grace of God and those who know, you were able to get away from a situation that your family conspired. Here's the jacked up part is this twin flame thing is very real. And this twin flame was hired as the mercenary to come in, love bomb you, fill you with some fear energy because you had to be of a lower vibration to be able to even be susceptible to their plans. Okay. So he was like already on this energy tip. I'm going to come in and make him think like it's love. So crazy. And then knowing that they're breaking the contract. Now, what's cray, what's really cray is that energy, no matter what time, space, past, present, or future, it always works the same. This backfired because this fell out on top of the twin. Like whatever natural disaster happened, they ended up fatally wounded. And guess where you went? Away. You went on a whole nother journey. You were like, oh yeah. Like this is because, they were able, because you and your twin have an energetic, like you are each other, like, and you were not happy with this politician's spouse. You were like, oh yeah, I'll entertain this other soul because I feel the connection and I know that this was something set up by my family and they ain't shit. So I am going to entertain this, not knowing that he had already decided to break the contract and was being a whole this, okay, and trying to put you in this energy just so that the plan could go through. When in fact, God stepped in, angel stepped in, guide stepped in, Cosmo stepped in, divine intervention, pulled a hole. Look, the earth splitting. The earth splitting, the wind going, the water's going, a whole natural disaster causing him a fatal injury. So I feel like he was supposed to deliver you to a set up place, okay? And that didn't happen. And so you, okay, look, you were in the know. Where they at? You were in the know. You carried forth your ancient Sumerian knowledge and your Lemurian knowledge, which will also have to do with the earth. You could feel that disaster coming, and you could also tie into why. You had your fields, you had your gifts, you know what I mean? So you went on your trek. You was like, F this, I'm out. They could just say I was lost in the mudslide. They could just say I was lost in the earthquake. They could just say I was lost in the typhoon. You went off. They got their karma. You got your dharma. You left everything and everyone, which has to happen. You have to separate from all that funky dark energy. All of that fake shit. Okay? You went off, was in victorious energy, and became a whole religious leader. Isn't that crazy? You were like, all right, it's me and God now. That's not to say that you didn't pair up with somebody else, but you really went forth and did God's work as a religious leader. You really did. And you were like, I'm out of here. You took that opportunity. You knew it was divine intervention. You had your same connection with source that you have now. And look, you were like, I am not trapped. Look, that's a cage, but that's a dungeon, but ain't no top on it. You were like, I'm out of here. Okay. So now we tie in this with an Akashic message. Please like and subscribe the video. This is a new station. I'm diving into this again. I do. If you would like me to pull your personal past life, it's totally possible. Yes. The instructions and the price and how to pay and all that other good stuff is on the link in my bio. And what I do is I'll come on here just like this. I will say your city and your name, your first name, and the city that you provide me, and that will be your reading. Okay? I'm not about to do all that other stuff. Like, it's not going to be emailed to you and stuff like that. You can just watch it on YouTube. It'll air live, but you'll know it's for you. And then everything else that I offer is also on my website in the link. But if you want your own personal past life, and I'm telling you, if you're a healer, you need this. If you're a starseed, you need this. If you're an ancient one, you need this. If you're a grid worker, you need this. If you are on the ascension path, you have to be able to tie in what happened before, because it's happening again. And guess what? It will happen again if you're not able to consciously transmute it, to alchemize it. So you can alchemize all day long because your energy is high, but if you don't have the awareness of why, then these same energies can cycle right back. They're still tethered to you. Okay? So, time to set a new course. You have your sights on something new. I wholeheartedly believe that this has transpired in your current lifeline. And you're just like, WTF. But remember, just hearing me, okay, and as an ancient one, and letting it resonate and letting it unfold and letting it come out of your DNA releases that. And then you'll have some, like, your synchronicities will pop up and be like, oh yeah, this is why. Oh, here we go. Yes, look at that. Yes. Here you go to snakes. Because you didn't understand why there were so many snakes around you. All of these mofos. Where's my other one? Where you at? Here we go. Aunties, uncles, all of these mofos. And remember, we're not talking about one life. We're talking about all these different lifelines. Civil War, 1900, 1600s. They all came back this lifeline to be a snake on a chessboard. And the sad part is they're mainly the only people around you. You know what I mean? They gotta go. They have to go. You have to go on your trek without a natural disaster happening. where to go. You got to go on your trek. Some of you may have already decided mentally or within your heart space that you needed to take these steps. This is your sign that you need to go on your trek, because this is a dharmic cycle we're in. Jupiter has just stationed direct. Are you kidding me? Uranus just stationed direct. Are you kidding me? The planets will be aligned for about a month. Are you kidding me? But if you still think that you're supposed to, that you owe these people something, that you'll be alone if you don't have these snakes in your garden, no. The Akashic Records is literally saying, this be the keys. So within the next 3 days or 3 weeks, you need to cut it, Edward Scissorhands. Okay? Like, they can't be here because you've got something to build. And you know this. These folks ain't gonna help you build it. Their sole purpose in life is to make sure that you don't build it, because their oversouls, okay, fuck the masks, their oversouls are the ops. And because they're in low vibrational energy with their lower 3 chakras or higher ones, they are being ran by these past life souls. They're not even there. You over there messing with people that's not even there. Like, they're like, oh, let's just do the same thing we did every other lifeline and call it love. So you got to drop them and pick up your keys. You get more keys. Okay, you got something to build. Look at that. Music, writing, content creation, healing, something more than what you're doing now. You need more space to do that energetically, but you cannot. All of this will tether you down. Okay, you'll get straight tethered down. You'll get tethered down by this, being stuck in a loop with this person, and your twin could have come back, but they're breadcrumbing you, or you feel like, there's somebody else in the picture. That's because you're right, son. Like, this may not be the life where this is supposed to happen. Okay? A lot of the twins have broken the contract, and that's because they were supposed to. They got to go too. And they're going to try to tether over and over and over again. But they cannot if you don't let them. Twin got to go their way. You have to go on your trek alone. You will come up, because as long as your heart is open, you will have someone be able to reciprocate the love you want. Okay? But trying to stay tethered to that because of the cause ain't going to work. Okay? You will go through the same cycle again. 10-4. So let's change up the cycle. Let's change how your dharma plays out. Okay? Let's go for something bigger, and go create. You got to cut these people off. Cutting them off does not mean not talk to them. You need to block them. Okay? They need to not have access to you. They need to not be your friends. They need to not be able to see what you're doing. They need to not be able to know how to contact you. And the person who I'm talking to is kind of already in a situation where that's possible. Okay? You've been trying to decide whether or not you want to take yourself out that space, or you've already been forced by some kind of some event just kind of pushed you out. That was energy, that was all God. Okay? So until next time, like, subscribe, share. Welcome to Oracle's Portal. I'm your past life detective. It's been a pleasure. And look out for the next video. I love y'all. Bye-bye.